Hey, what's up, guys? So today is day 85 of doing 100 burpees a day for 365 days. Is the 26th of March. Let's get straight to it.
My man J. Cole, what's good, bro? What's up, bro?
I decided to put a different podcast today. I haven't heard this yet.
So let's just get the elephant out the room. So right.
Yesterday I was in my feelings. I said I was probably gonna quit. But
a few months ago,
I'm here.
I put a lawsuit out. I never talked about
while I was posting the video, someone literally had commented
the reason I did it is because
on my post from the day of the event. And they were like, keep grinding,
when I asked for a favor. And then
keep getting after it. And that motivated me so much, so thank you. Shout out to him.
And I was like,
yeah, I'm super happy that, someone reached out. It really made my night. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's do 10 reps. Let's get these done. It's almost, what time is it? It's 11:22 p.m., but we're here getting after it.
So I was just basically going off what you told me. And I'm like, this is kind of a long time from what you told me. So let me ask you this. When you first seen the lawsuit, because I never talked about it. Right. What was your emotion when you see it?
I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like hurt almost, disappointed, cause I got so much respect for you, you know what I mean? And I look at you like I know you are as a stand-up person, you know what I mean? And so in my mind, I was like, nah, Cam, not you, because even when you said I was brushing you off, it's like, you gotta clarify for them. What was happening was, Cam did two things for me, and he did them bitches quick. When I wanted you on the 95 South intro, what you need, boom, boom, I got you. I fuck with you. I don't even fuck with a lot of niggas. I fuck with you, boom, boom, man, I appreciate that shit. Then when in the studio we did I'm Ready, we remade I'm Ready. I'm like, yo, we gotta get Cam on this. This shit'll be legendary. When I hit you for that, nigga came through damn near immediately. We just happened to be in New York same time. Verse in 15 minutes, you did not tell a lie. When you said that nigga knocked the verse out, I just went to the bathroom, damn.
That's 10.
I walked in the other studio, hollering at niggas. My engineer came in like, yo, you said what?
Corday was there.
Corday was in he was there that day?
Yeah, he was there that day.
Right.
Shout out to Corday too.
Yes, shout out to Corday. So you did that shit quick as fuck. So mind you, as soon as you do the verse, in my mind I'm like, I say, Cam, yo, let me get your lawyer info. Let me get your manager info.
Real quick to type it, when I did my verse so quick, it's like, because I've been in the game a little longer than you, but it seemed like you was verifying. Like you listened to it, not saying you fuck with it, but you was like, nah, I ain't do this quick. It's almost like you study my shit. That's what I'm saying. I understand where you come from being a lyricist. You sitting there like
220, let's go.
That shit is alright.
You know why? Because I'm listening. When I go back and I listen, and it's almost a weird place for me because it's like, yo, you can. So but I still when I'm listening.
It's your project though.
There you go. So I'm listening, almost afraid, like.
You don't want to tell me.
I don't want to have to tell Cam like, yo, Cam, jury approach. So if I'm listening like that, it's really
respect that.
Then I'm hearing, I'm like, nah, this nigga went crazy. Like that's you smoking. So when you was leaving. You so cool, nigga smoking a black and mild on the couch, you know what I mean? Nigga knock his verse out, and then when you leave, and I say, yo, Cam, let me get your lawyer info, you know what I mean, or whoever, so I can get you paid. I'm on that early. Mind you, we did this song a long time ago. You like, nah, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, Cam, please, you know what I mean? You like,
absolutely,
trust me, don't worry about it. So, in my mind, my spite, not for you, but in general, my spidey senses will normally go up. Because in my mind, I'm like, I don't want nobody thinking I owe them a favor, but I'm like, it's Cam. One, I do Cam a favor anyways. I pay him and still do whatever the favor is. You know what I mean? So it's like, this shit would never get weird in my mind. I'm like, cool, he insists, I ain't going, you know what I mean? I'm not going to trip. Years go by, the song, remember I told you the song was probably going to come out in a few months or something. But my process is clearly, it took me 10 years on this album. So my process is so much that it's like that song didn't drop till 2 years later, a year and a half, whatever it was. So the song dropped, boom, boom.
20.
I give you very short notice that the song is gonna drop. You know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, you still cool with us putting this out? You're like, cool, no problem, boom, boom. So when it's time to do the paperwork, now I've learned my lesson. You also taught me a good lesson. I do appreciate that. Because industry standard is like, if somebody do a verse for you, or they produce for you, how we move, we so last minute, and in the game, it's like standard to be like,
let's get to
we'll work
30.
it out after.
Right.
Because everybody moves like understanding industry standard. Like, okay, he might ask for 20%, when normally it's 15, no problem. But he ain't gonna come and ask for 70%. Like, so we'll handle it after, boom, boom. So the lawyer came back on our side, I don't know, a month later, after they trying to figure the paperwork out, after Mike Delete later dropped.
Right.
They're like, yo, did you tell Cam you'd do a swap for an interview, boom, boom? I was like, no. I told him I'd do an interview, and I still got a plan to do an interview for him.
Right.
But I didn't say it was a swap. Like,
right.
It wasn't a swap. It wasn't a verse for an interview. Like, I'm gonna go do Cam,
right.
but it's not based on
the verse.
The verse, right?
Gotcha.
So they come back with some crazy number, like, all right, he want 300,000, some number where I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, shit is going on. And then right after that was the Kendrick and Drake shit.
Right.
So much shit has happened in my life. That's not necessarily a priority for me.
Right.
Meanwhile, you hitting me around that same time, like, yo, bro, is it, like, what you think about doing an interview?
Right.
I'm like, Cam, I would love to do an interview. You know I fuck with your platform.
Right.
I would love to do an interview with you. Let me get this album out.
Right.
Now, here's where I fucked up. And if I go back, I'll start doing shit differently.
Right.
Like, I was telling you when I thought I'd be done with the album.
Right.
So I'd be like, at this time it's April or May, I'd be like, you'd be like, cool, just let me know I'm starting this thing, you hadn't even started this yet.
Right.
I damn it, maybe it was gonna be your first guest or some shit.
And that's exactly what it was going to be.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. So what I was telling you was, man, I think I had this shit done by September. And I'm, mind you, when I'm saying that, I'm confident in it too, damn near.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I should be done by September. I've done this before.
Right.
But I ain't know that I had to get, I had to get my head right, I had to get my energy right, and it took me a lot of elements, made it so that by the time
Today was my chest and back day,
the whole summer.
and then an hour on the stairs.
In September, I'll probably be done.
I didn't have a great chest and back workout, but
business, and I really respect
it was good enough.
September 1st at motherfucking
These are killing you.
This nigga
Let's get to
was
40.
on my line, like, hey, what's up, bro? Like that's why it's like I see how you built such a successful business.
I appreciate that.
Every time I gave you a date,
Right.
I don't know if you got an assistant, a schedule, if that
That's
shit is
40.
up here.
Right.
Every time I
Get
gave
to
you a
40.
date, you was on me on that date.
Right.
So the first time you hit me September, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta tell Cam it's not September.
Right.
Cam, it's not September, boom, boom. Like,
Right.
I'm not there yet, boom, boom. I think it'll be realistically March, or whatever I say, right? I give you another date.
Right.
Everything's cool, you cool about it. You're not tripping at all. You're like, cool, just let me know, boom, boom.
Right.
You double back around March.
Yeah.
Or whenever the next thing is.
Whenever you told me to hit
Yes,
back out.
every time you double back, but the next time you double back, I also wasn't ready.
Right.
And mind you, the whole time, you don't know this, but I was telling you the other day, it's like, every time I had you on my mind, like, fuck, like, I'm behind schedule.
Right.
But somewhere in my thoughts, I'm thinking about you, because I'm like, yo, I told Cam I'd be done by such and such.
Just real quick, right? Me being on your mind is pause.
Yeah, that's a pause.
And let's just.
That's my
Yeah. You said it like 3 times, gonna let it slide. But you're like, I don't want to be on your mind that much, man. So I just want to get that out the way real quick. But go ahead, my bad. I didn't want to interrupt the story. Go ahead. So we in March.
40.
Now we in March, or wherever we at. Whatever the date is, now you follow up again.
Right.
Now I gotta hit you with the news again, right?
Right.
And I think this time is when you hit me, I could feel, this time when you hit me, I damn near didn't even want to text you. Cause I'm like, I can't text him the same thing I text him. Let me call him.
Right.
So this when I called you. I don't know if you remember this, but I called you. I'm like, yo, let me just call him. And when I called you and we got on the phone and I hit you now verbally with the same thing I hit you with on text, I felt the Harlem come out damn near.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where you was like, yo, I understand what you're saying, but like, let me tell you how I'm feeling. Like when you asked me to do something, I showed right up and I did it and I knocked it out. Now when I'm asking you to do something, it's like, you gotta, now it's all in this time and boom, boom. It's like, yo, I'm not understanding. Which I felt your energy. I had to go, whoa, Cam.
Right.
Like, I feel like,
Let's get to 50.
I'm sensing your energy and I'm realizing like, we don't even really know each other like that.
Yeah.
I respect you. I got a lot of love for you. And I'm assuming you respect me, got a lot of love, but we don't really know each other. So I feel like you may think that I'm trying to give you the run around or play with you or boom, boom, and it's not like that. Nigga, if you
Let's
only
get to
knew
50.
how many people
Almost 10 minutes.
I've maybe done the same thing to, and it's not, and that's when I explained to you, like, yo, I don't move like that. Like, I'm not just jumping out to do an interview It's like, yo, I want to talk about the music. And anything else that comes around the music, cool. But it's like, I don't have nothing, especially at that time. I'll jump on an interview, what do niggas want to hear about at that time? It's like, man, no. My mind is on trying to finish this shit I've been working on for so long. I explained that to you. You said, cool. And, you know, the conversation was great. You know what I mean? We had a real conversation. And then I gave you another date.
Right.
And this last date I gave you was probably like June of last year or whenever it was.
Right.
And I remember because we started mixing the album for real.
Right.
A little around the time after I talked.
Right.
We started mixing in tape.
Right.
We never mixed in tape before. We mixed in tape because, you know, we listened to a lot of Mobb Deep along the way.
I was about to say you took it back to reels.
Yes, we took it to reels and tape and like mixing on the board. And we mixed on the board before, but we ain't never hit tape.
Right.
And Q-Tip was in the studio one time with me, and I had to ask him like, yo, bro, like, what was y'all doing on Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
What was y'all doing? And he was just telling me, yeah, we was hitting tape. We fucked around with tape in the past, but never like this. When he said that, shout out to Q-Tip, because he changed our whole perspective.
Right.
And I realized now we gotta learn, but then we have to learn how to use tape.
Right.
And I'm realizing this shit is hard, and I ain't even having. Now I gotta get another tape machine because I realized one wasn't enough.
Right.
So now me and my engineer and my team, we trying to learn something new on the fly. So what would have normally
We're
took
50.
2-3 months for us to mix on Pro Tools is now taking us dumb long. Like, so by the time June comes and you hit me,
First 2 albums are on tape.
Gosh.
so you know niggas carrying the fucking the whole reels to the thing.
Exactly.
You probably gotta wait that long for them to pull up the mix. Like that's how it is. Every time people don't not understand it, but you understand. It's just like when you mix. If I mix on Pro Tools right now, if I got a Cam song that I did and it's mixed on Pro Tools, I can pull that shit up in 0.3 seconds. The whole mix, everything. It might take 10 seconds because of some plugins and shit.
Right.
When you got tape, every time we switch a song, you gotta fucking send every track to the board. The board gotta go to, or some shit, the board gotta go to tape. All of these tracks on the tape, you gotta send it back to the
let's
board.
get to
You
60.
gotta get the board dialed in by hand, exactly
We're
how
at
you had it
50.
last time, just to make a change.
Right.
So now, by the time you hit me,
I'm getting better at these
on this
tens.
last time,
Right.
now
It's
I
hard to
get
get
it.
used
This is
to
where I
them,
understand
but-
and I get it. You hit me again, and you like, hey bro, like, you know, what's good? I'm checking back in June 1st, like you told me or whatever, like what's good? And now I gotta hit you with the heartbreaking text for me, because I'm like, fuck, I don't want to tell this nigga. And what I tried to do on this last text with you was to say, like, Cam, let's not do it like this no more. Let me just tell you, this album is coming out, but let me just hit you. You the first person I'm coming to see. Everybody on my team been knew that.
Right.
So let me just hit you as soon as I'm done for real,
Right.
and then you the first person I'm coming to see. Your text back was like, yo, respectfully, like you've been telling me for a long time you was gonna do this. So like, if you can't make it happen in the next 2-3 weeks, like, yo, let's not even worry about it. And I was like, yo, I definitely can't do the next 2-3 weeks. He was like, cool. So then this the other last part. I know it's a long story.
No. Take your time. No. I'm glad you're so in depth.
Yes.
Like I said, listen, J. Cole fan. I'm one of the J. Cole fans.
Appreciate it.
Cam, you're lying. Cole, don't do this.
Yeah.
And it's nothing personal. It's nothing. But this is just his process. So I'm glad you're being this detailed about it.
For sure.
For me.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. No doubt.
Yeah.
So now, and mind you, even when you sent me that text, this is the crazy part. Even when you sent me that text, like, yo, don't even worry about it. In my mind, I know, oh, Cam fed up with me. But Cam don't know my plan is to still. You didn't know this, but Eve knew and everybody on my team knew. Like Cam, like he kind of done with me, but he don't know as soon as my album drop, I'm still coming to see him first. Because I told him I'd come to his show. You know what I mean? Like, so that was still my plan.
Right.
So the last wild thing that happened to
60.
me, to answer your original question, which was how did I feel?
Right.
About a month before I'm not gonna say this, around like August, September, or whatever
60.
the date was in the fall, I got a random text from you, and it was like some like DocuSign thing that you was telling somebody like yo, I think you sent the wrong one or something like that. I'm thinking somebody hacked your phone.
I remember.
I'm thinking somebody, because you know people be playing on phones and trying to hack.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, bro, you good? I hit you damn near back in at least 10, 15 minutes. Like, yo, you good? And then you was like, oh, no, my fault. Wrong text, like wrong person. I'm like, all right, hope you good.
Yeah,
and then you hit me like, yo, everything good. So in my mind, I'm like, you know, we still good, and I still got plans in my mind to hit you. So then a month later or 3 weeks later,
Let's get
when
to
the lawsuit
70.
come out, I'm like, come on, Cam. And only because it was like, in my mind, I'm like, bro, you really could have hit me. Like, although it was taking a long time, I don't give a fuck if you would have called me and been like, yo, nigga, what the, like you could have scraped on me, we could have argued, boom, boom. I would prefer that than the other way, because I was just like, damn, Cam, it never got to that point where you couldn't like holler at me or whatever.
Let's get to 70.
So my first thing was disappointment. But then I was like, And my first thought was like, well, fuck it then. Like
Right.
this nigga ain't even know I was still gonna come in and show.
Right.
And my first gut reaction, like, damn, and it's like misinformation, you know what I mean? Like within the lawsuit itself, and you know, the internet running with it. People hit me like, yo, what's going on with the Cam shit? Boom, boom. So like my ego reaction is like, all right, quietly, I'm like, man, fuck this nigga, boom, boom.
Right.
But quickly, I'm like, but nah, like, I get it though. Let me put myself in his shoes. Like,
Right.
the nigga feel like he was getting a runaround. You know what I mean? He don't know you for real. He don't know your heart for real, for real. He think you trying to, and Cam mind is probably like, I seen this movie before.
Right.
You don't fuck with me. You don't want to do the favor. You trying to drag me out until I don't want to do it no more.
Right.
All right, nigga, bet. And I got one in the chamber. I never signed that paperwork for that fucking, for that verse. So here you go, boom, just to like hit me in the rib. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, cool. Like, and even when I took that and understood that and accepted that, I still said in my mind, I was like, yo, I'ma still go see Cam.
And that's what you called and said. You said, regardless if you still want to sue me, anything else, I'm still. And which, of course, it was never going to go nowhere. But for me, it was more like, I need to get this nigga attention because I'm not going to call no bark on you. We had a cool relationship. We never been there. It ain't like we've been in a club together. We don't know each other to scream and yell at each other, no shit like that. So I just took it more like, to me, when I looked at it and I looked at the time, like, and you did a great job explaining.
Yep.
I just looked at the years because it was turning into years.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, and you made a great point too. You didn't look at it as a swap. And we come from two different, I'm a little before you. So the way I used to look at it, or not niggas in my generation to be like, yo, I did this for you. I need you to do this for me.
Right.
That's how I looked at it, even though you're explaining that's how you never looked at it because you offered to pay me. I'm not charging you. I tell niggas more the time, I don't like niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like a lot of people, especially rappers.
What time is it?
They're great lyricists. Like I
16?
said, like not just for your generation, period.
We're at 70.
So, I'm like, let me get a verse. Can't even take me to, matter of fact, fuck the verse, let me get the interview. Yo, pardon me. And then that's when all that shit came out at the same time. So, more of the story is I get it, and thank you for being here, bro. And
thank you for having me.
that shit was never gonna go nowhere as far as the lawsuit anyway. It's just like, I need to get this nigga attention. Because I did feel like I did a couple things for you like that. Because I respect your craft and what you do.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So,
no, and I appreciate
I'm glad we here, man.
Me too,
I'm
man.
glad we here, bro. And like I said, that shit wasn't never about now. It's more like, yo, bro, I did this shit for the nigga. But
All right,
at the
let's
end of
get.
the day, your process.
let's get
like
280.
you explain to me is your process. Let's get on to some better shit. How did you get your first deal? What's the process of that?
Okay. Damn, this was the days when having a deal mattered, right? Like this was still I'm the last one of that generation. Me, Kendrick, Drake, we the last ones from the generation where a deal mattered. Your generation, a deal mattered.
Absolutely.
You get a nice nigga like Cam or a nice nigga like Mace, you get them a deal in a situation.
Absolutely.
They have a shot.
Right.
Nowadays, it's like, bro, if you just do the right online campaign, you can blow without the labels. But I'm the last generation of that. So I moved to New York. I went to St. John's to be around the music industry. I'm from Fayetteville. Ain't no music industry there.
Right.
Two dudes, there's a group in my mentors, they call Bomb Shelter. Like they like a almost. They were so fucking good. Imagine the best group from Harlem, but they never made it. You know what I mean? Like that in Fayetteville.
Gotcha.
And I peeped like, oh, they didn't make it, not because they wasn't good enough, but because they wasn't around.
Right.
Back then you had to be around. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go to school in New York and be around it. So after some years of being there, I'm like, damn, I gotta get my foot in the door. And I gotta shout out my man. His name is Mike Rooney. He's Corey Rooney's nephew.
Okay.
But he not like a nepotism nephew. He damn near his uncle he ain't get it off the strength of his uncle.
Right.
You know what I mean? If anything, his uncle might have made it harder for him, you know, from what I understand. He had to get it on his own. And he heard I had a song called School Days, and he heard this shit on my MySpace. This is a long story, but he ended up connecting me with Kirk Lightburn, a dude that's like really tight with Mark Pitts.
Right.
So Mark Pitts heard,
shout out to Mark.
Shout out to Mark Pitts, Gucci the Don. It's like, he heard Lights Please, the song I got called Lights Please, and he
20 minutes.
He brought me in, and eventually he ended up taking it to Jay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And Jay like heard it. Mind you, this is a year after I waited outside.
Right.
With the bass line and rock the mic for Jay trying to pass him a beat CD.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he ain't take the shit. He like kind of dubbed me.
Right.
And then taught me a lesson like, nigga, you ain't gonna get it like that. You understand how you want to get it.
Right.
And a year later, via Mark Pitts, you know what I mean? Mark had the vision to take me to Jay, and Jay heard it, saw the vision, and signed me.
Right. Is there anybody before Jay that you seen that celebrity-wise the man shut you down, or your mom was just strictly get the Roc Nation or Jay-Z or whatever?
You know what? Roc Nation didn't exist at that time, but me standing outside for Jay, it wasn't me trying to get a deal. I'll make beats too, so it's like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, I seen Kanye like got in with the producing shit first.
Right.
Maybe that's the end for me. And the news had dropped that Jay was working on American Gangster.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But the article was saying he wasn't necessarily done. Like, so in my mind, I'm like, I'm ambitious. You know what I mean? I believe in myself. So I'm like,
let's get to 90.
Like, as soon as I got home, I made 2 beats, threw a hook on one, put 6, 7 other beats on the CD. I put the American Gangster cover on it. Like I slid that shit in the CD book over my volume 3. I had a volume 3 or volume 2. So I took the cover out, put his American Gangster cover in, black and white little printed version, and stood outside trying to get him a beat CD with a hook on it, thinking if he in my mind, he was gonna go upstairs, put the CD in, hear it, go get that young kid from outside, you know what I mean? So I thought that, I wasn't even thinking about it signing to Jay-Z. I was just thinking, like, oh, maybe I can get my beats off, you know what I mean, and get on like that. I only thought about signing a Def Jam or to a label. I never thought about a Jay-Z or something like that, but it worked out for me.
But that's what I'm saying. Was it nobody ever said, fuck out of here? Did you see anybody else celebrity-wise that you may have tried to get on to, but that was just your focus?
Nah. I will say, no, nobody ever shitted on me or dubbed me.
Right.
But I do know that at one point in time, 50, I think Shy Money and shout to G-Unit Hove from Queens.
Right.
They was trying to put, I think, 50 on to my shit. You know what I mean? This is around the time, right before, when I was knowing Mark, before Jay had heard my shit, and I think they played my shit for 50. And what I was told his response was like, mind you, I had like I had this song called Lost Ones, I had Lights Please, I had Simba, I had hard shit too, like where you can tell I could really rap.
Right.
And I think 50 reaction from what I heard was, can't sign this nigga, his jeans too tight.
You going off the image, right?
Right. I mean, I get it too, because I mean, guess what? That shit would have made no sense, me going to G-Unit, you know what I mean? But shout to Shot Money, you know what I mean, and Hov, who seen the vision,
right?
You know what I mean?
How was that? How was your experience working with Hov or getting into Roc Nation?
90.
Being like the first artist over there.
We got 100 left. I mean, we got 10 left. Let's try to do 15 though. I haven't done 15 when I do sets of, reps of 10.
Right.
So let's try.
I damn near missed it.
Yeah, we caught the tail end of it.
It's gonna be hard.
That nigga was probably on his way out. Like, man, y'all niggas have it. Like, I missed the era when it was actually like a real squad and like a real label based off of like a rap energy. So when I caught it was straight, I think I caught him on straight CEO mode, where it's just like, all right, look, I'm gonna sign this artist, I'm gonna spend X amount of money on him.
Right.
I'm gonna give him some time in my office and have a couple pep talks with him, but like, nigga, you gotta go. It's sink or swim.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, I don't think he had the care and
Let's
understanding
get
at this point to necessarily be
105.
like, you know, having his arm around me or coaching me up, which I appreciate, because you know, I prefer the way I got it, which was like on my own for the most part. Other than, of course, just the affiliation with him alone, life changing. Let alone the investment from his company. You know what I mean? Like so. But other than that, trying to navigate the waters of how to blow and when to release or how to do it and bumping my head, that shit was like on me and on Eve and like on us.
Is that part of the reason that you say maybe I don't need to be here after a while? You take your own thing to Interscope? Why leave Roc Nation and go to Interscope?
Now first I went to Interscope with them.
Okay.
Because they had a deal with Columbia.
Right.
And then they deal with Sony was up. So they took me to the Universal on my last, on my last couple albums. Right. Then we converted it with Roc Nation from a record deal to like a distribution deal with them. Okay. You know what I mean? And when that ran out, it's like, yo, we worked something else out. I think they got what they needed about me. I got what I needed about them. And it's like, it's you know.
Right. So when you get in the game, you come from
That's 10.
Now you're in the game and you're getting this, people loving you from the beginning. Is it what you expected when you first got in, knowing that people from your town didn't make it? You're getting this success because people gravitated to you really quickly.
We got 3 left.
It seems like you're more, once you, like now to me, just how I look at it, I could be totally wrong. Like, I'm going to pop out when I want to pop out and get my music out, and then I'm going to go live my life, my fear. Because there's plenty of times I call you, you'll be like, yo, I'm in Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I do. So it's like the music industry at this time, I'm talking about when you first get in.
One more.
Was it what you expected, or you just wanted to do what you had to do and move on?
Nah, I feel like I think I always had a long-term plan when I was young, to get it and then go back home.
Right.
But I ain't gonna lie, like, nah, I didn't have expectations. That shit was a slow grind.
Right.
Like, you look at somebody like Drake, it's like the rise was meteoric.
Okay.
Like 50.
Okay.
It was like 50 had a mixtape run, but once it popped, it was like, oh,
Gotcha.
my shit never did this.
Gotcha.
My shit was always this.
Right.
Which I feel
We're
grateful for,
done.
because it's like, yo,
We did
God bless me with the
105.
opportunity to adjust
God.
as it grew.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
I'm born in Miami because I come from a squad.
Thank you, God, for another day of life.
Party hearted. We party hard niggas. Like,
Right.
I
you know,
feel like
my first parties was the skate.
that comment yesterday from that guy who was sent from God himself. You know? Because I kept talking about giving up. I had that ugly energy. You know, that's the devil fucking up what you got going on. So thank you, God, for not letting me give up. And God bless you guys. This is probably going to post after 12. But we're officially done with day 85. God bless you guys. See you guys tomorrow.